Waarvoor gaat dat teringding niet aan? Ding gaat niet aan. Wat? Hoort dan, kutkind. Hou jij je mond. Even kijken. René,
Ja?
wil je even komen?
Nou, dan rem je trap een keer op, jongen.
Hou je mond.
Dan neem je wasmand van beneden mee en stof uit de trap. Dan leg je een thee. Dat stinkt hier echt hoor. Ruik je dat zelf niet? Nee. Ja?
Ik heb hem wel geïnstalleerd, maar hij staat niet aan.
Waar heb je nou in gedouwd dan?
Achterin.
Dat deed hij wel.
Ja.
Toch wel. Ging het makkelijk.
Ja.
Maar hij doet het niet.
Maar net stond hij wel aan, kreeg ik van voor en naar achter, links en rechts en zo.
Ja?
Maar ik krijg het niet op YouTube te zien.
Oh. Draai. YouTube. Ja, maar doet die camera het nu?
Nee, want je ziet toch niks branden?
Ja, maar er brandt ook niks. Beneden ook niet. Je moet naar camera gaan in het menu.
Hou je bek.
Apparaten denk ik. USB, even kijken, camera, PlayStation camera. Aanpassen. Post. Oké. Nou, dat vakje daar moet je gezicht in. In dat ene vakje. Even kijken dus. Waar heb je nou heen?
En als je hem daarin zet dan, of helpt dat niet?
Ja toch? Volgende. Ja, je ook helemaal een beetje naar het midden gaan.
Ja, dan krijg je dat weer.
Ja, dat...
Je hoeft hem toch niet steeds te verschuiven, hè?
Nee, dat moet je eenmalig doen. Dat is om te kalibreren is dat. Ja, hij moet je gezicht herkennen.
Houd je mond.
Oké, bevestigen X. Dat hebben we net gedaan terug. Oh, wacht maar, ik doe het nog een keer. Ja. Ja. Nou, heb in ieder geval je hoofd erop.
En nu?
Ja, ik denk nu terug. Gewoon. En kijken of je het ergens ziet. Ik weet verder niet hoe het werkt. Wordt uitgezonden.
Wat zei je, Karel?
Ik weet niet wat er uitgezonden wordt.
Want als je nou camera, zie je toch ook dat cameraatje, zie je dat bij mensen op YouTube zie je dat toch wel eens? Camera.
We moeten niet eens even op YouTube kijken.
Stellen.
goed is, dan wordt het zo, ja? Goed, jongen?
Ja.
Oké.
Zet.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Jack. Welcome back to
Het zal geen Engels wezen.
If you're new here, I upload daily content based around video editing, videography, and how to make money making videos. Subscribe now if that sounds interesting to you. But today, like I just said, we're gonna be. Did I just say? I don't even think I did. I think I said welcome back. Today we're talking about how to stream with a camera as your webcam. This is something that I literally could have been doing the entire time I've ever been streaming, and just actually, for me being silly and not looking into it, just didn't realize I could do it. So today I'm literally just gonna try and showcase this to other people who, you know, don't realize they can do it, but you can definitely do it. Now, all the ways to actually kind of live stream with your camera as your webcam, they're all pretty similar, but they all, you know, for different brands of cameras, follow a slightly different version of this method. So excuse me for the fact that unfortunately I don't have loads of different brands of cameras. I only have a Sony camera, so this will 100% work for Sony cameras, and will probably have to be adapted and take a little bits of it to other type of cameras, right? So there's nothing I can really do about that. This is obviously primarily going to be the Sony way of, actually being able to stream with your camera as the webcam, but 100% this is something that all cameras can do. It should be relatively straightforward, and without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm going to do this by steps, right? And I'm just going to literally just break down the steps, show you guys B-roll on screen of actually how to do it, and walk and talk through the type of stuff. So the actual elements of what you need to make this work is literally going to just be a camera, the actual wire to, connect the camera and the device together, and then just the programs, which I'm going to show you how to actually download and everything like that in today's video, and that's it. So the software on your computer, the actual camera, and the wire. Very simple setup, and without further ado, let's do it, right? So step one is go into the settings on your actual camera, right? So before you've actually done everything, before you connect anything, you actually have to go into the camera settings, and what you have to do is you have to find a section where you can change it to remote view. You can also change it to like mass, storage, transfer, stuff like that, but essentially follow the on-screen directions to the place where you can change it to remote. And what this is going to do is enable you to remotely use the camera and remotely access it on your computer, right? Which is pretty crucial, and there is some interesting other ways where you can do this via some Wi-Fi and stuff like that. Personally, I didn't get into that. I did this in the simplest possible way, right? So change it to remote view. Once your camera is actually set up to receive a remote connection or be used as a remote device, then step two is connect the camera to the computer using the wire that it came with, right? I tried connecting with some other wires. This is literally just a what is it, micro USB or universal charger? I think it's micro USB. So this is just micro USB.
Hij zegt camera is aangepast nou.
And it was being a little glitchy with the wire that wasn't the one that literally came with the camera. So be careful about that. Maybe use an actual wire that is more official. Ideally the one that came with camera. For me, that actually was a situation, right? And you also have to switch the camera to photo mode. In video mode, for some reason,
Maar dit is een gewone camera wat die hebt, hè? Dus niet zo PlayStation camera.
You've gone into settings, you've changed to remote, and you've also, switched your camera to picture mode and connected the micro USB to the camera and then the USB to the actual computer. Everything should be connected, right? Next up, what you want to do is you actually have to have a reader program, okay? And the program is called Remote. It's literally called Remote, right? So
Hier heb ik er een.
Hey everyone, this is Tim from Your Six Studios. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to stream with your PlayStation 4 camera. Coming up next on Your Six Studios. The PlayStation 4 camera is actually not too bad. It's 720p with 60 frames per second, meaning your image is going to look very smooth when it's up on the screen. Now, I have the older model camera, which the color is a little bit different than the newer version of the camera, The colors in the newer version of the PlayStation 4 camera are a little bit better. They're a little bit brighter and sharper. There's definitely more saturation to the colors with the newer camera versus the old camera. But that's fine. If you can still find the older version of the camera, it might be a little bit more cheaper, but both of them do the same job. And I believe you can find them maybe about $30 to $40 right now. And if you maybe buy them used, maybe $20 at best. And one thing that does come with it is a little mount that the camera comes on. Just right here, the camera sits on this mount. So we know a little bit more about the camera right now. Let's go ahead and plug it into my PlayStation 4. And on the back of the PlayStation, there's going to be something that looks similar to a USB input. However, and I don't know what this is actually called, but it's right on the back of the PlayStation. So let's go ahead and take my cord and plug it in the back of the PlayStation. And it literally just goes right above the Ethernet cord. And we can go ahead and plug it in right here. There you go. The camera is plugged in. Now for the placement of the camera, I usually just put it on the top of the monitor right here, next to my PC camera. So for my current setup, I'm going to have that camera right in front of me when I'm playing, and that's going to look pretty good. Sometimes streamers will have it off to the side, like on this monitor over here, where it's not directly pointing straight at your face. It can actually look pretty good too. So the camera will be at a different angle. Let's jump over to my PlayStation 4 so I can show you guys more settings and how to stream from your PlayStation with the camera. Okay, so now we have our PlayStation 4 camera plugged in. Let's scroll all the way to the top and go over to settings and select settings, and then scroll down to devices and select devices and go.
Even kijken, wat had hij nou? Hier tot G weet ik het niet meer, hè?
And select settings and then scroll down.
Hoort dan, joh.
Devices and select devices. To the top and go over to settings and select settings, and then scroll down to devices and select devices.
Apparaten. Dat heb ik.
And go down to PlayStation camera. And
PlayStation camera. Dat heb ik ook.
under here you will have the option to mute your camera if you want to do that, because there is a microphone on your camera itself. So you can go ahead and mute it right here. Let's go to adjust PlayStation camera. And this will allow us to adjust our camera. It will take 3 pictures, and after the pictures are taken, adjustments of the camera will begin. So let's go ahead and press OK. And let's go over to the left and take a picture, and we'll have to hit next. And then go to the middle, and then go to the far right and press next. And it's going to make some adjustments to the PlayStation 4 camera right now. Okay, so we made our adjustments to the camera. Let's go back.
Dat heb ik toch net gedaan.
Let's go back and scroll down to Gary. In broadcast right here and select that. Now let's go down to broadcast settings. Broadcast right here and select that. Now let's go down to broadcast settings.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
advanced settings.
Ja.